I've never been quiet since the day I've entered this earth. I literally blocked my brother yesterday. I'm not speaking to my mom, my stepmom, my dad. I'm like, who can I block next? I've never been quiet since the day I've entered this earth. Who can I block next? I literally blocked my brother, my mom, my stepmom, my dad. Who can I block next?
And if I click on Tess Holliday's profile, page not available, she fucking blocked me. Pussy. You know, it's like if you're gonna beef with me, if you wanna go back and forth in the comments with me, if you wanna have a conversation with me, why'd you fucking block me? Hi, my name is Angelyca, and this is the Angelyca Unfiltered channel, where I talk about health, wellness, weight loss, but mostly fat acceptance. Today, I'm making another video about Tess Holliday. You know, friend of the channel, if you will. You know, I feel like every reaction channel has, like, their favorite person to cover while they still cover other people, you know what I mean? And Tess Holliday just happens to be mine, okay? We all have a special interest. Is that a crime? I don't think so. But before we get into it, I just want to say thank you all so much to everyone that placed orders because of the shout out of my small business. My last couple orders, I am trying to get those packed as quick as possible. And I sold a lot of these cosmic candy necklaces, but I do still have some if you guys are interested in it. Besides that necklace, I'm also wearing the intuitive amethyst toggle necklace with the matching earrings. And then I have some peridot huggy hoops in my second hole. And then it's kind of hard to see, but way down here I have the glorious evil eye necklace. So I got a little 3-piece set going on. Very maximalist vibes today. And I'm still running the discount code MOVING for 30% off if you guys are interested. And stay tuned to the end of this video for a giveaway, because I hit 15,000 subscribers and I wanted to do something nice for y'all. So in case you live under a rock, or actually go touch grass and have other things going on with your life besides being on the internet like myself, Tess Holliday was at the Teen Vogue Summit. And, you know, I'm not sure who her manager is, but I hope he gets a hefty cut of whatever she makes, because they are really putting in the work to give Tess Holliday some gigs, because even though she is as irrelevant as ever, she is somehow going on relatively big platforms to spread information and to lie about having Anna. But actually in this clip we are going to watch, we have Tess Holliday, fat advocate, fat activist. I don't know why activist is so hard for me to say. Like, there's just a lot of letters, okay? Not really. What is there, like 7? But she is advocating for something other than fatness, so I thought we could watch, because, you know, I have opinions about quite literally everything. So I was going to react to this little clip of Tess Holliday on Teen Vogue's TikTok, but I went ahead and looked. And unfortunately, there is a full 30-minute video of Tess Holliday while she was at the summit. So I think we should watch this 30-minute video instead of the 10-second clip of her. Oh my god, I think this might be the longest Tess Holliday video I've ever watched. This may be hard to get through. Hopefully this layout looks cute. I tried to fuck with it a little bit. So I think the Teen Vogue Summit was September 20th or something. So a little over 2 weeks ago, maybe. I'm filming this October 6th. There's a song playing, so I may have to mute the audio or like switch it up just in case you're like, why the fuck is there no sound? Or why does it sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks are also on Teen Vogue? Oh my god, I hope Tess Holliday walks out. Let's see. Or maybe she'll motorized scooter out. Or roll, you know. The opportunities of motion are endless.
Hello everyone, good morning. How are you?
How many people you think went to this? Because right now we can see maybe about 3 rows of people. Maybe there's like 25 people in frame.
Good to see your beautiful faces. I am Versha Sharma, the editor-in-chief of Teen Vogue, and I'm so excited to officially welcome you to the 2025 Teen Vogue Summit. Every year, this event is my favorite thing that we do because I get to connect with all of you face-to-face and not just through screens. So thank you so much for choosing to spend your Saturday with us. We are living through some seriously...
The audio kind of sounds low, so hopefully I can fix that in editing for y'all.
stressful times right now, and we want Teen Vogue Summit to be a place where we come together, have some real talk about issues, talk about solutions, and also lift each other up and remind ourselves why this is all worth doing in the first place. Speaking of which, you may have heard some protesters outside. I want to acknowledge them. This is an organization that is targeting Condé Nast, which is Teen Vogue's parent company. We're all safe and secure here, and security is aware. If you have specific concerns, please don't hesitate.
I have no idea what they're protesting, but maybe I'll look it up while I'm editing and post it here.
Based on a quick search, it looks like people have been protesting against fur for decades, and now Condé Nast has officially banned it from all their editorial content.
To talk to one of our event organizers or staff members if you have questions. They are practicing their First Amendment rights, which we support, but for the
we love the freedom of speech, even though fat activists don't.
record, Teen Vogue does not use fur, so it's not that relevant. I know here in Los Angeles that you have felt the impact of everything this year, from wildfires to immigration raids. To feel anxiety about all of this is valid. And what's also true is that we've witnessed creativity, real solidarity, and joy. We've seen people organize for justice. We've seen artists reimagine what's possible. And we've seen communities come together in powerful ways.
And now we will talk to Tess Holliday, and she will explain to us why she is super morbidly obese because her ancestors survived a famine.
And that's what we're doing here today as well, creating community. The art that we create, the movements that we join, and the joy that we choose intentionally to feel and embrace reminds us that there is always light, even in a heavy world. That's what our theme this year, Make Your Moment, is all about. It's a reminder that even in unpredictable times, you have the power to step into your moment.
I might clip some of this shit out so we can just listen to Tess Holliday talk, because I don't really care about what Teen Vogue has to say, TBH.
We've lined up some incredibly inspiring conversations with some icons and trailblazers
Is Tess Holliday included in that statement? Because I don't think she's those things.
who will share how they've made their own moments, with guests like Tess Holliday, Vivian Wilson, and Cat's Eye, who will all, yes.
So Cat's Eye seems the most popular. I'm not sure who that is. I'm an old hag. All right, I skipped ahead about a minute and a half because I don't give a fuck about what that lady has to say.
Hi, everybody.
This lady is wearing cow print while she's going to talk to Tess Holliday. That is cultural appropriation.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I am so excited to kick us off today with an absolute icon.
This woman and then the editor-in-chief, they're both a little chunky. They must be very body positive over at Teen Vogue.
We have model, advocate, and author Tess Holliday here to
Model? Did you just call Tess Holliday a model? She's a supermodel. Put some fucking respect on those titles.
talk to us. That's right. Yeah.
They're like, please clap. I know you guys don't give a fuck about her. You're just waiting in line for the headliner. But, you know, you're here. Please clap, please clap. So Tess Holliday feels good about herself.
Tess is a revolutionary force in the body positivity movement.
Revolutionary force. A big fat white lady. There is nothing revolutionary about a big fat white lady. They're everywhere.
Movement. She made history as the first size 22 model signed to a major agency.
And reminder, Tess Holliday got her modeling contract because she already had a following on social media. It's not because she was scouted in a mall because she was so gorgina, because she was the curviest, best plus size model ever. No, a modeling agency was enticed by her following. Social media made her famous. It's not because she's organically gorgeous.
She started F Your Beauty standards in 2013 to challenge harmful beauty and body image norms across the board and to promote diversity and inclusion and representation.
She sounds so uninterested.
And in August, Tess published a book called Take Up Space, Y'all, which is such a cool guide. It's specifically for young people, but really anyone could use it.
Should I go get my copy? Here's my copy. Where's y'all's copy? Do y'all's have a copy of this? I don't think so. Save your pennies. I did a summary of it. I'll have it up in the cards if I'm remember to do it. But I do have a Tess Holliday playlist, so I will include this video in it. So if you like hearing me bitch about Tess Holliday, then you can click that playlist and watch my other videos about her, which I think are only a handful, but go watch it. I need some money. I'm moving. The costs are adding up real quick, I'll tell you that.
It's such a cool guide to navigating really everything from like social situations to body image to how to do your hair. Like, it's so cool.
I wonder if she read the book. Did she leave a review on Goodreads? If so, we need to check it out.
And I am so excited to talk to the one, the only, Tess Holliday. Welcome to the stage.
Oh my god, is she gonna wheel in? Or is she gonna roll? Or is she gonna skip? Let's see. Or waddle. That's probably the most likely option. Tess Holliday is going to waddle in. Anytime now. Maybe her motorized scooter needs to get off the charger, so it's taking a second.
Hi, Tess.
Hi. Or have you ever seen those videos where a guy follows around a fat person at Walmart and like plays a tuba?
Following fat people.
All right! Enough! Stop it!
I have little Shetland pony legs.
Oh, okay, that's why you're so fucking slow. Because you're short? No, you're not. She's literally 5'6". That's taller than the average American woman. That's taller than me. By half an inch.
Trying to do that was crazy.
No, it's a long walk. It's a long walk. It took me a minute too.
You hear her breathing. Insert John and Kate +8 clip that I love so much.
I'm sorry. Can you stop breathing so loud, honey? He's like, breathe quietly.
Thank you so much for being
Thank
here
you
with
for
us
having
today.
me.
Oh, gosh. So we don't have super long to talk, so I want to get right into it. And I do want to talk about your book, and I want you to just sort of set the stage for us by telling me what it means for you to take up space.
Well, as I'm sure...
Are we going to get like closer in? Okay, yeah, we will, because I'm like, this is so far away. We need to dissect her appearance, because we are demons.
Wow, you guys are all so stylish.
Right.
Wow. I obviously take up a lot of space.
Because you're, say it with me, class, humongous.
That's very clear. But growing up, I was always told not to take up space and to shrink myself.
Which is so ironic because in her TED Talk, Tess Holliday showed pictures of herself, and she was a pretty normal sized child. I mean, she was a little chunky, but she was like normal chubby. Now she is super morbidly obese. Now her body is breaking beneath her, which we will go over later, don't you worry. Because Tess Holliday may have blocked me on Instagram, but I still have access to her stories on Facebook, so I can see what she's up to. Does that make me a stalker? I don't think so. That's her fault. She didn't block me on Facebook, too.
That led to a life of misery, a life of no cute outfits.
Really, because I would say what you're wearing now is relatively cute, and also the stuff you wear all the time is cute.
And just...
Oh my god. Her back roll is bigger than one of my titties. That literally looks like a boob. You know when like people are so fat, like their fupa looks like an ass in the front, like it looks like their head is like on backwards? That's what it looks like right there too. That looks like a boob. And her arm is honestly probably bigger than my big ass thigh now. And I'm still obese. Hair and makeup is slaying as always. I was talking about this in the comments with you guys on my community post, but I feel like so many fat women, especially in, girl world, here on YouTube, Amberlynn Reed, Tess Holliday, and now Glitter and Lasers, they're obsessed with like Y2K for some reason. I don't know if they're like trying to relive their childhood, but they love the gems and the glitter and the butterfly clips. And I mean, not that you can't do cute shit when you're older, but these women are, well, Tess Holliday and Glitter and Lasers are 40. Amberlynn Reed is, I think, should be 35 this year, which is closer to 40 than it is 30, but it's like, why are you guys trying to infantilize yourself? If anything, in the grand scheme of things, you're way closer towards the end of your life than towards the beginning.
Not being my authentic self. So it was really important for me to write a book about the importance of taking up space, especially for our youth.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit more why you wanted to talk directly to young people with this message. And I mean, in the book too, you do such a good job of like engaging. I mean, there's quizzes, you tell personal stories. So why did you want to like really get personal and sort of like, it's through a book, I guess, but it does feel very like an upfront look.
Oh, can I answer this? Because Tess Holliday is so super morbidly obese that no one is hiring her to work anymore. Insert TikTok here crying about how she's no longer can get a job.
I would be lying to you guys if I said that I wasn't absolutely crippled by the fear of how quiet work is. So if you guys see me on social media, or you see one of your, favorite plus size creators or someone that is diverse and doing their thing, give us a little bit of extra love. Like, we need it right now. We are not okay. We're going through it.
Well, I feel like the youth out there, not me, you guys have a lot of people like telling you what to do, how to exist, how to show up.
And the only one that you should listen to is me. Because I'm living your dream life. I'm a supermodel.
And am I allowed to cuss? Maybe not, because it's Teen Vogue.
I mean,
so unclassy. Not that I'm the queen of class, obviously, but read the room here. We're at Teen Vogue. This is important. Save the cuss words for TikTok, please. This is a PG event.
I'm not going to stop you, but
I was just saying, like, that shit gets old. Like, you don't want to hear the same things. And so I wanted,
and because anything Tess Holliday is saying is completely no.
Grew up with, like, Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul. And
did she just say that it gets old to hear what people are saying? And how people just say the same shit over and over and again? But then she's admitting that she's copying a book that she read when she was younger. Okay. Just want to make sure that's clear.
And I would throw it in my backpack with a snack. And
of course, a snack. She needs a sweet little treat to bring up her low blood sugar.
That's how I was raised. But I wanted something that you guys could pick up and like figure out your hair type, figure out your style, like figure out what feels good to you without having a bunch of people tell you how.
She looks like she's pregnant with octuplets.
You should exist, what you should look like, because I think nowadays everyone
people shouldn't tell you what to look like, F your beauty standards, but I'm going to try and follow almost every single one of them by getting lip filler. She also has gotten chin lipo in the past. I mean, you can't tell anymore because the chins are chinning. She also gets Botox and filler, and she has a whole glam squad to get ready for every single event. She also has her nails done, her jewelry. She always is wearing the newest and hottest trends. But yeah, F your beauty standards.
Of looks like each other. And I think that there's a lot of power in true diversity and being yourself and figuring out,
says the fat white lady,
out what you like and what feels good for you.
So does bingeing feel good for you? Because why else do you look like that? The back roll is boobing so hard. Like, that looks like a fucking boob. Her back roll looks more like a boob than her real boob. Her back roll is bigger than her boob. We can see them. We can see both of them right now in this angle.
yeah,
Thanks, y'all.
absolutely.
In the corner, there's like a guy with the clap sign.
Yeah, and I mean, especially right now, right, in our social media landscape, there's particularly a huge pressure to be thin. We're living in the
There's a huge pressure to be thin, even though 77% of adults in America are overweight, 44% of them being obese, and I think 7% of them being super morbidly obese. Yeah. It's just, there's so much pressure to be thin, even though like a fraction of the population is actually a healthy weight. Yeah, it's really hard out here. It's so hard. I'm oppressed because I'm obese. It's like just really crazy. we like have no clothes to wear because we're obese and we're oppressed and there's like no plus size fashion. That's why I'm sitting on this couch naked right now. Yeah. Just naked in my cowhide. Just walked from the ranch to the Teen Vogue studio to talk to Tess Holliday, my favorite plus size influencer body advocate.
The age of Ozempic.
Is there?
You're like,
I just can't. Oh my god, she has no fucking swag. She's lame. Her back roll looks like a boob.
Where?
I
Where is
crash
she?
out about it all the time.
No.
I'm kidding.
I crash out about Ozempic because I have an ED. But I lie about which one I have. But obviously I eat too much because me and Amberlynn Reed are going toe for toe as the fattest bitch making thirst traps on TikTok.
Well, yeah, I'd wonder what you would say to young people who are really, I feel like we've always had that pressure, especially online, right? But it's certainly increasing with weight loss medications, and you just see so much evidence of people sort of shrinking before you, and that could
Shrinking. Because I am Ant-Man. Unfortunately, I do watch a lot of Marvel movies because my husband is a nerd. Some may also say a dweeb or a geek. We are not shrinking. We are not turning into atom-size human beings. We are losing weight. That's not shrinking. That's just burning body fat so we can walk up the stairs without wheezing or our knees breaking beneath all of the weight that we have to lug around like you, Tess Holliday. Yes.
be hard to stay like rooted in your own body image and self-love. And how are you navigating that?
So what I like to do is I open my DoorDash app. Usually I'll get a notification around noon, 1 p.m. usually when I wake up, and it'll say 25% off orders 50 and up. So then I'm like, okay, period. That's a deal. I'm on a budget right now because I'm not really working that much. So even though it is in the afternoon when I wake up because I'm so exhausted from being super morbidly obese, I sleep about 18 hours a day. Don't ask about my child. He takes care of himself. So since it is the afternoon when I wake up, luckily there are some franchises that offer every day, all day breakfast. So what I'll do is I'll get an extra large Dunkin' latte. I really liked that Ice Spice drink. It had like 1,500 calories in it, and they even blended up Munchkin donuts in it, but that's no longer available. So I just get an extra large vanilla Dunkin' latte with 40 pumps of caramel, and then I'll order myself a baker's dozen of donuts. I'll do about 4 glazed, 4 Boston cream, 4 jelly, and then 1 chocolate glazed chocolate donut. After I'm done having breakfast and I'm done fueling my body, then I'll sit on the couch and scroll through TikTok until I get triggered, and then I'll open up that DoorDash app again because I'll get a notification that says, this local taco stand is having 10% off today plus free delivery. So then I'll place my order there. And by this time, my kid might be coming home from school, so I'll order him something too. And then I'll eat that. My kid will come home. We'll talk for 5 minutes. And then, we'll be watching TV in the background. I don't know, what are the kids watching right now? K-pop demon slayer hunters, whatever. And I'll get an ad for Ozempic. And I'll get so triggered that I'll have to open the DoorDash app again and order Texas Roadhouse, extra buns, 2 carb side, usually double mashed potatoes with the extra side of corn. And since it's dinner, I don't want to have caffeine too late in the day, so I'll order a Sprite on the side. And then for dessert, I'll order a brookie from Domino's. And then that's how I just get such high self-esteem because I eat food all day and it makes me feel good.
Well, I think for me, real self-love is showing up for yourself. What feels good for you?
What feels good for Tess Holliday is eating brookies and being bedbound.
So I know a lot of people might criticize like Lizzo or whoever.
Lizzo Why are we talking about Lizzo? Lizzo has lost weight. Follow in her footsteps, queen.
For losing weight, but at the end of the day, like,
are we foreshadowing a weight loss arc? You know, I have my contract right here. I'll rip it off from the wall. Don't worry. I'll keep this intact for when I move. Here's my contract. I have it signed down here with my full legal name. If Tess Holliday loses more than 100 pounds, I'll never speak poorly about her again. We have it right here. If Tess Holliday actually knew what was good for her, she would lose some fucking weight. Because that would actually make her feel good. But instead, she's just gonna keep eating. And Hansel and Greteling herself into an early grave.
Lizzo's, I feel like, always loved herself. I've always loved myself. Whether I'm...
Is she backpedaling a little? Is she endorsing weight loss? This is toxic. This is unhealthy.
I'm in a big body, small body, whatever. The love is still there. And I think that true self-love over time evolves.
She has to be dropping a weight loss arc soon. Why is she talking like this? She needs a Novo Nordisk sponsorship, like glitter and lasers. Desperately. She needed it 10 years ago. Tess Holliday is aging like a dog. 1 year is 7 years.
And sometimes that means you lose weight. Sometimes that means you gain weight. Sometimes that has nothing to do with your weight. And I feel like...
So, is your mental health have nothing to do with your weight? Because I would beg to differ.
There's so much pressure to just be, like I said, what everybody wants you to be. And at the...
There's really, like, not that much societal pressure. I mean, yeah, I understand, like, as a woman, you know, people expect you to do this and that and this and that. Who fucking cares? Like, literally, who cares? If you value the opinion of literally everyone, if you value the opinion of what society thinks you should be doing, then I'm sorry, you're done for. Figure out what your goals are in life and work towards those, and fuck everyone else. Seriously. Do what is best for you. I don't care what people expect of me, unless you're my husband, quite frankly, and my best friends.
At the end of the day, you have to kind of figure that out for yourself. And does it suck to see people, you know, before you that maybe if you're plus size and they're your plus size idols and they're shrinking before you?
Shrinking. This is how small I am now in real life. I'm shrinking. I was once 5'5.5". Now I'm 2 inches in real life. I know it's like probably hard to tell because how I'm like set up and like this the angle and stuff. I probably look like normal size, but I've shrinken. Yep. I have lost 80 pounds, but I'm also now 2 inches tall because I have shrank so much.
I mean, maybe, but there's always going to be a pressure to lose weight or change yourself. And
not if you're at a healthy weight. No. Then there isn't pressure.
At the end of the day, you have control over that. And
what? Tess Holliday is admitting she has control? Tess Holliday is allowing us to have control over our lives? We are treading new waters here.
We need to respect other people and let them do what they feel like is best for them.
Mm-hmm. Period. I will agree with that. Even though your words are different than your actions.
Totally. And I love that you said you crash out about it. Like, not that I'm rooting for you to crash out, but like,
if you crash out about someone losing weight or a GLP-1 medication, I'm sorry to have to break it to you, but you may have mental issues. I hope I'm not the first one to tell you that.
It's so real, right? Like none of us are immune from these pressures, even if you are really confident in your body and in your mind and in your...
If you're confident in your body, you won't give a rat's ass if someone loses weight.
Yourself. Like, it's so...
Well, I mean, I feel like now because I've been on the internet and fat for like 15 years, people are always...
I thought you've been fat your whole life.
Telling me, oh, well, you have Ozempic. What's your excuse now, bestie? And I'm...
Well, there's like 10,000 reasons why someone could be fat. Why would you just ask her that? That's so rude. That's so ableist.
So if you're from Africa, why are you white? Oh my God, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white.
Didn't you know that Tess Holliday's ancestors survived a famine? That's why she's fucking 600 pounds. God, these people are so inconsiderate.
Like, that is not how it works. And also, like, can I live? Like...
You can, but I'm not sure for how much longer.
Just let me live. So, I mean, yeah, I feel pressure to change my body and all of that stuff. But
I thought you're confident. I thought you love yourself the way you are, but you're feeling pressured by society?
I mean, I also feel pressured to do all kinds of other things. And I have Dolly Parton tattooed on me for a reason. So
Why? What does Dolly Parton have to do with that?
I'm like, if I need to snatch or do whatever, I'll do it. But just let me live for now.
What the fuck did she just say? That literally made no sense. And that's coming from someone that makes no sense about fucking 10% of the time. 10%? Fucking head ass. More like 75% of the time I make no sense. My ADHD connecting things that literally have absolutely no connection at all.
Just let me live. So, I mean, yeah, I feel pressure to change my body and all of that stuff. But I mean, I also feel pressure to do all kinds of other things. And I have Dolly Parton tattooed on me for a reason. So I'm like, if I need to snatch or do whatever, I'll do it. But
if she needs to snatch or do whatever, she can do it. I mean, I'm no Dolly Parton expert. I feel like I know some information about Dolly Parton, but she has big hair and big boobs, and she's very generous and kind and funny. What does that have to do with Tess Holliday? I'm serious. I don't get it. And Dolly Parton has always been thin, too, so it's not like Dolly Parton has had a fucking weight loss arc like you should be having.
just let me live for now.
No, we would
For not much longer. And
we'd be up here all day if we started talking about the, like, what's your excuse narrative. I can't.
yeah, what's your excuse? It's always the food. I'll let you know that. Why I'm fat? Food. Why you're fat? Food. Why you were fat? Food. Why she's fat? Food. Why Tess Holliday's fat? Food.
Food.
Yeah.
I can't get into it. They'll have to drag me.
I thought you were going to say we'd be up here all day if we were talking about Dolly Parton. And I was like, yes.
Also true. Also
We
true.
would.
Also true. So
I feel like everyone just like fake stands Dolly Parton. Like we're oh, I love Dolly Parton. I mean, I get it, but like, why do you like Dolly Parton? I feel like she's just like Dolly Parton has just become like Nirvana. Like everyone just wears a fucking Nirvana t-shirt. Everyone just wears a Dolly Parton t-shirt. Like it's kind of generic to like Dolly Parton right now.
sort of along the same lines, in the book, right in the beginning of the book, you talk about your journey to becoming a model, and a little bit about what that was like and not seeing yourself represented in this industry.
Because most people aren't super morbidly obese. Sorry.
And especially right now, as we're seeing such a crackdown on DEI, and it feels like we're seeing less representation. I mean, even like coming off of New York Fashion Week, there was just a noted lack of diversity. What's your advice for young people on forging their own path, and even if you're not seeing yourself in the spaces that you want to be in, moving forward into them?
My advice is don't give a fuck and do whatever you want. If you are talented, then you can succeed at what you want.
Yeah, I didn't see myself represented when I started modeling at all. And when I, like you said, when I started modeling, I became the largest model in the world my size to do it.
And probably still are.
And maybe I still am the largest model. I don't know. But
Well, it seems like you don't know a lot about your industry.
like, I feel like there is so much power in just being yourself. I don't care what people say. I don't care what the trends say. Like,
but you just talked about how you feel pressured.
Real beauty is in true diversity. And I know in our current
Look at everyone's like leaving. They're like, I don't give a fuck what this fat lady has to say.
Political landscape, they would like to tell you otherwise. But the reality is, that's BS. Like, so.
And I will not go into any more detail about that statement.
Just do what you want to do, be who you want to be, and like follow that voice in you, because my gut and the voice and listening to myself is ultimately what led me to where I'm at now. And I followed that and delusion.
Your gut is leading you astray.
And, you know,
just a sprinkle of delusion.
Not a sprinkle, girl, a douse of delusion, a douse. But
yeah, we know that.
I'm grateful that I listened to it.
Me too. Me too. And I also saw you post on social the other day about, not being afraid to lose friends because you're speaking out about what matters to you, not being.
I think this is what was clipped on her Teen Vogue.
Being afraid of of what other people are saying because you're speaking up about what matters to you. And I wonder, you know, especially in this moment we're in right now, like how do you keep yourself in that mindset, because it can feel very, very scary.
Will never ever. I've never been quiet since the day I've entered this earth, and I feel like
Big fat white lady stereotype that is loud.
if you're quiet when so many injustices are happening, not just here, but Palestine, Sudan, Congo, etc., then I literally blocked my brother yesterday. I'm not speaking to my mom, my stepmom, my dad. I'm collecting them like Pokemon. I'm like,
see, this is what really got me, because I'm going to be vulnerable right now, and a lot of people are probably going to disagree with me in this, but I'm going to share it anyway. When I was in the fat acceptance movement, this was during the lockdown, this was during BLM, and I had this one friend that was SJW. Fat, blue hair, piercings, that stereotype. And don't get me wrong, like, I would say probably almost all my friends are leftist, liberal, progressive, you know, on that side. And I also lean that way as well. That one friend, me, blue hair, SJW, piercing, tried to convince me that I should go no contact with every single family member that I have that voted differently than me. That would include both of my parents, probably most of my aunts and uncles. And that's exactly what the government and the American politicians want. They want to separate us. They want us to fight.
The government wants to divide and conquer. We are stronger together than split into different groups. We're more alike than we are different. Most of us are fighting for the same cause, just expressing it in different ways. I know there are some extreme and hateful people out there, but when you talk to everyday normal people, not political content creators that make money from rage bait, you'll find that most of us want the same things: to end war, to live freely, and to stop suffering.
They don't want us to have a community. It is fine to disagree with people. It is fine for other people to have different opinions than you. It does not make someone a bad person for having a different opinion than you. My friend in the past called me crying on Thanksgiving because their dad had a Trump flag in his front yard. Hysterically crying, black mascara marks going down the face. And I get it, like, it can be very upsetting and frustrating too, and sometimes difficult to have contradicting opinions and beliefs and morals than people. And when Tess Holliday is talking about how she just blocks everyone that disagrees with her, she is furthering the political divide. And she is encouraging teens. She's at Teen Vogue right now. She is continuing to push that narrative. She is telling all the teens in the audience, if your family members don't agree with you, or they are not educated on every single thing going on in the world right now, then it's fine to just cut them off. I understand that you just need to go no contact with some people, and there is no changing some people. And if someone has severely hurt you in the past, if people bring you down, if they hurt you, you know, that's fine. Block them. I don't think it's a bad thing to go no contact with people that have abused you or done you wrong, because I have gone no contact and blocked people that I knew for years and years and years. It is not something that should be normalized. That should be like a very special case scenario. Unless you like have the worst family alive, you should not be blocking every single family member. Like, it's crazy. And then to her to be talking about, well, if you don't know what's going on in Palestine, Congo, this, that, and the other, if you claim to care about everything, then you care about nothing. It would be literally impossible for most people to know about everything. Actually, it would literally be impossible for every single person to know about every single thing going on in the world right now. Tess Holliday, why don't you start taking care of yourself before you try to take on international politics? And don't get me wrong, I know it's important to care about the things going on in the world. I care about a lot of different things. And I guess Tess Holliday probably has more time to care about things and to research things because she's basically unemployed and chronically online. So I'm sure she sees a lot of things on TikTok, and that's how she's educating herself. But it's not ignorant not to know about every single thing going through the news cycle that is realistic. And then Tess Holliday, like, talking about how she feels so pressured to do so many things. It's like, what do you think you are doing to your family members because you're blocking them because they don't know about every fucking war, slavery, trafficking?
Promote education and open discussions instead of cutting people off just because they don't share your knowledge or opinions. People are far more likely to change their minds when they're talking with someone they know and trust. Living in an echo chamber helps no one. Surround yourself with people who make you think and challenge you to grow. It is healthy to disagree with other people.
Like, I just think it's fucking foolish. Like, I think it sounds crazy. It's important to be educated and know what's going on, generally. But it will be literally impossible to know about everything. I think it is better to have a few things to focus on and be very educated on those topics. Because we all know that one asshole that pretends to know everything. And they usually are pretentious and simultaneously very uneducated. I bet Tess Holliday could not say anything about Congo, Palestine, Gaza Strip, whatever. She's just probably watched like 2 TikToks, and now she's preaching about it on a stage in front of a bunch of 17-year-olds that also don't know what's going on.
I'm like, who can I block next? And it stinks, but I just think that you have to stand for something, and I think
you can't stand for anything. You couldn't even walk on that stage, girl.
As you get older or mature, and I feel like you guys are already far more mature than I was at your age, you have to stand for what matters to you. And when you see things happening, you have to say something, in my opinion. And I understand that there's like safety concerns, and I have a lot of privilege as a cis white woman saying those things. But I can't stay silent. I never will. My team sometimes might not like that.
You're like, please.
But
why don't you care about what's happening in America? Why don't you care about the obesity epidemic while you preach about fat acceptance? Why don't you talk about how people are dying young because they're super morbidly obese? Why don't you worry about losing weight? Because it doesn't matter what global issues will be going on when you're dead in 5 years. Why don't you care about gun control? Why don't you care about universal health care? Why don't you care about ultra-processed food companies like Kellogg's lobbying politicians? No? Why don't you care about climate change?
that's fine. I said yesterday, like, the right people will find you. The right opportunities will find you. The right friends will find you. The right jobs will find you.
Tess in her manifesting art.
And it's not worth a check to...
Oh, is that what she's telling herself? Because she's not working and making any money?
Compromise your integrity.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
This person right here filming a Snapchat. Look at this big pink elephant on stage.
So I'm gonna shift it back to F Your Beauty Standards. You started that in 2013. You were, I think, in your 20s then, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just turned 40 this year.
Ooh.
So, yeah. I'm like, you know, sometimes it's hard to say, but I'm like, no, I'm 40.
Right, yeah.
She's in the last decade of her life. Good luck, sis.
So how has your relationship to beauty, identity, beauty norms, how has that changed since you started F Your Beauty Standards and into your 40s?
Nothing has changed because she continues to feed into every beauty standard except being a healthy weight.
I think I just wear and exist how it feels good. I was going to say something more profound, but the thought lost me. But I don't really follow trends. And I know I say that as like I have like little heart cut eyes or whatever, but like this dress.
She's on TikTok every fucking waking moment of her life. She will do anything to seem relevant.
This is so old, and I threw it in my closet and I was like, I'm just going to make it work. Like,
Probably because it's the only thing that could fit you right now, besides a bed sheet.
And I know that I am like 40 and maybe you shouldn't wear certain things or whatever, but that's why I created F Your Beauty Standards, because at the end of the day, like, fashion and life should be fun. And why
That's why I binge eat.
limit yourself? I lived in an apartment building.
Why limit yourself? Why restrict yourself when you can indulge?
God rest her soul, Terry, and she was 70 years old and she was Forever 21's biggest fan. And that lady was in, and leopard print hated to see her coming. And so I was like, I want to be Terry when I grow up. I just want to.
You won't live till 70. Sorry, not sorry.
Have fun with fashion, and F Your Beauty Standards, creating that really opened my eyes up to like the possibilities and just having fun. You only get one shot at it. I might as well be fabulous and shock a little people along the way.
And like, this look is fabulous and it is fun. The hair, I
Thank you.
I can't stop looking at it.
I feel very youthful.
Yeah.
up here.
And you look it. Not that that matters though, because we also love aging.
It's fine.
We love aging. So let's look forward a little bit. We've been talking a lot about the past and all of this, but
let's see what Tess Holliday's plans are and goals for the future, even though she may not make it that far.
what are some projects you're working on right now that you feel particularly
Well, I have no jobs lined up, so just flying by the seat of my pants.
excited about?
I don't have any projects I'm working on that I can say, so that's not very exciting.
That I can say, because there's none.
I'm just grateful that I get to wake up another day, even if it
Because she's 600 pounds.
is in a fiery hellscape. I'm here, I'm going to make it happen. I'm just excited to keep existing, using my voice and my platform like I always have, and whatever comes of it, I'm just along for the ride.
She doesn't know how long she has left because she's super morbidly obese and can have a fucking heart attack or stroke at every second. But she also knows that her career is sizzling out.
Yeah.
To be here, man.
Yeah.
Well, you worked on something recently with Pinterest.
I did.
To create more inclusivity
Yeah.
in sizes, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that and
Which I have some influencer friends that have worked on this, so I'm interested to see what Tess has to say.
why that was important to you.
Yeah, so I shifted my career a couple years ago to do diversity and inclusivity consulting.
Because I was too fat and no one wanted to hire me. Not only because I was so fat and no clothes fit me, but also because I've started to lose my mobility, so I could not walk down a runway.
So I've worked with brands like H&M and Pinterest in particular. Pinterest, I helped them design their AI technology so that when you're on Pinterest and you're searching, which is how I got my nail inspo, you can search by body type. You can search by hair type. You can search by your skin color so that you can curate your feed and make it look like you want to look. And I think a lot of people are like, oh, I'm so tired of seeing this, this, and this. Great. Create your own feed, cultivate it, and, have fun with it. But
My one influencer friend that was involved in this said that it wasn't that big of a deal. And like Tess Holliday makes it seem way more important than it actually is.
know that there's a lot of talk about AI, but I feel like if AI is used in the right way, it can be very powerful and empowering. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be very powerful and empowering.
Okay, 𝒹𝒾𝓈𝓸𝓸.
Absolutely an empowering use case
Yeah.
right there. At the Teen Vogue Summit every year, we have a lot of young people talk to us editors about our careers. We have a whole networking booth this year, which is amazing. You should all check it out.
Look how Tess Holliday takes up the whole fucking seat. And this lady who is still overweight has some room.
And you just mentioned you shifted your career, and I'd love for you to talk a little bit about how you did that. Because, I mean, even for me as a 34-year-old, like, that feels daunting. So how did you navigate it?
Well, I still model here and there, but I think for me,
When? I'll put up on the screen when the last time she modeled was.
She did a campaign for a small business called Swimsuits for All this summer, but this wasn't that major.
I saw my industry shrinking where
Shrinking.
you're not seeing plus size models on the runway. You're not.
Yeah, you are. They're just literally half your size. Ashley Graham is working. Other models are working, you're just not.
Seeing plus size brands even have plus size models modeling their plus size clothing. I feel like it's few and far between. And
they're just like a size 14, 16, not 28.
Really think that change comes from within, and a lot of these companies, there's older white men sitting at the board making a lot of decision for a lot of people that don't look like them. And so
it's about money. Guess what? The 6Xs don't sell because luckily there isn't that many fucking fat people that need that size at Torrid. So they're not making as much inventory. That's it. Yeah, that's why Old Navy doesn't carry a 30 in store, because not a lot of customers are coming in to buy those size jeans. It's not because they're fat phobic, racist, ableist, sexist, misogynist. It's literally money.
In my mind, I thought, well, why can't I work internally with these companies and actually change and shift things? And that's, I think, where the real change starts. And so it really just started with me kind of putting it out there, and a lot of hard work and a lot of conversations. And yeah, it's been fun. It's been a little stressful, but it's been really worth it, especially to see the change, like, kind of front and full center.
And I thought everything is so horrible right now because everyone wants to lose weight, no Ozempic. But you're also simultaneously creating more diversity with H&M and Pinterest? Sounds very contradicting.
Yeah, I think that's something that's really interesting about your path and inspiring, because you see a lack of something, or you see something that needs to be changed, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to do it then. And I think that's such a really... It's a cool way to approach your life, a cool way to approach your career, rather than trying to fit into the slot, or, you know, like, how do I fit into this narrative? No, you're making your own.
Yeah, I couldn't fit into anything.
Yeah, we know.
I think especially someone else's narrative. Good luck. So yeah, I mean, that's why I'm a big fan of doing what you want and taking up space. Like, I know I put it in the title of my book, but I just think that it's so important. And like, looking out and seeing all of you guys and how diverse literally all of you are just makes my heart so happy. And like, this is what I want more of. So yeah.
Absolutely. Every year, the best crowd.
I know, you guys are...
I bet this event's free.
I just want to take all of you guys home and put you in my pocket. You're all so freaking cute.
They're like,
They'd probably get squished by your fupa.
I know, I was like looking for my kid in the audience right now. Oh, here he is. The youngest person here.
Amazing. Great. And, you know...
Took Bowie out of school to come here. Great.
Oh, I would also love to hear what has been bringing you joy, because today I think is a joyful day, even amid all the chaos.
What's been bringing me joy?
Yeah.
DoorDash, probably. Snickers.
I just finished watching Wednesday season 2, which really feels like there's a lot of parallels in what's happening in like season 2 versus like our current administration. Also, like, I'm like all of you. I just go on TikTok or YouTube and look at whatever brings me comfort. And right now it's people making tiny beaded miniature things. Like, why, like, smoking's bad, but like a tiny thing of cigarettes this big is like, why was I looking
And this is for teenagers. We're talking about cigarettes. Great.
At that for like 20 minutes saying how cute it was? Like, there's something wrong with me, but...
We already know that. All right, there's still 9 minutes of that, but I just got another fucking ad for this video, and it seems like we're really not talking about anything relevant, so I'm going to pause it there, because I have to leave to do permanent jewelry. All right, I'm back. It's the next day. I decided I would watch the last 9 minutes of this video, because I like to torture myself, and I hope you guys enjoy the last 9 minutes of this video, even though it's probably going to be very boring. But I'm hilarious, so hopefully that'll make this entertaining. Also, look at this sweater I just got. It's from a small business. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'll have it linked. It has like all these little bedazzles and shit on it. It's cute. Honestly, it looks like the Milky Way that I showed at the beginning of this video.
I just finished watching Wednesday season 2, which really feels like there's a lot of parallels in what's happening in like season 2 versus like our current administration. Also, like I'm like all of you. I just go on TikTok.
Not that adults can't watch that type of stuff, but like between that and then her like her makeup, and now she's talking about like being on TikTok and YouTube, like that she just like infantilizes herself, or like she's trying to seem cool and hip even though she's middle-aged. Like I think it would be better to focus her efforts on a different demographic than tweens.
TikTok or YouTube and look at whatever brings me comfort. And
God forbid you do anything to push yourself.
right now it's people making tiny beaded miniature things. Like why, like smoking's bad, but like a tiny thing of cigarettes this big is like, why was I looking at that for like 20 minutes saying how cute it was? Like there's something wrong with me. But
No, you appreciate art.
Miniatures bring me joy, and little stupid tchotchkes. That's what brings me joy.
I love
That should be everything then, because you're humongous. Everything looks small compared to you.
that.
Yeah.
We love art here.
Thank you.
We love art. These are such profound conversations they're having.
You art. She's cultured.
You know it. All right. Well, I know that we have a Q&A, so
Oh,
we don't have
God.
a lot of time. I think we're only
I wonder if these kids even know who Tess Holliday is. I hope they troll her.
going to get to like 2 or 3 questions, but if you want to come up to the mics and ask Tess some questions.
So, how did you get so gargantuan? I know you say you don't eat, and you have Anna, but like, how'd you get that body fat?
Not,
No one wants to go up there.
not everybody all at once.
This is so embarrassing. Oh my God, no one cares. No one cares.
She's making her way up here. Or they.
Hi.
Or they.
Hi.
My name is Angelyca Unfiltered. I was a stylist in LA, and I just recently built my own app. So it merges.
Slay.
Yeah.
What's your app called?
So, the one and only person that wants to talk to Tess Holliday, the only person that has a question for Tess Holliday, is using it for self-promotion.
It's called Forest. It combines cinematic storytelling and nervous system regulation.
Wow.
I built it because in retail, you kind of are people's therapists all day.
That's
Informally, I'm not a therapist, but and so basically, it's like emotional couture. That's how I'm phrasing it.
I love
and,
that.
Emotional couture. This society is so doomed.
I just wanted to know if you had any advice as far as like how to stay grounded, like as my platform continues to grow and as I get more clients, just how to stay grounded and in my.
Well, you see, Tess Holliday is so humongous that it's hard not to be grounded, because obviously gravity affects all of us, but since she is so humongous, she just naturally stays on the ground.
Mission when there are just so many different personalities, cultures, communities that are like gravitating toward my app and like trying to understand, trying to understand like what it is and how I can like help them, because it's not like for one demographic. I want it to be for everyone. That's why it's bespoke.
I'm so fucking confused of what her app is supposed to be.
But yeah, and it's a new, like I wish somebody else built this so I could enjoy it. And it's like first of its kind, so people don't understand what it is, and I am very passionate about it. So
Well, I can tell you're passionate about it, and I think that it's okay if you're the one that unfortunately.
Look at this back arm. This literally looks like a ham. This looks like Patrick Starr's ass.
Might not be able to enjoy it, but you'll get to a point where you can. But I think like having community is so important, like having
Tess looks like a lumpy piece of bubblegum.
Like building that community, whatever it looks, or even you're saying like staying grounded, like making sure that you have good, solid people around you, because it's really hard building a business, and it's hard to like maybe not take things that people say to heart. Or
I can tell you struggle with that because you DM people that disagree with you, or actually just go out of your way to DM people that don't like your book.
Like, is this right? Am I doing this right? And I just feel like community and whatever feels good to you spiritually, if it's like
the irony of her preaching about community when she has blocked every single one of her family members.
I literally blocked my brother yesterday. I'm not speaking to my mom, my stepmom, my dad. I'm like, who can I block next? Screaming in the woods alone, or you know, a little bit of meditating, but just making sure that you also focus on yourself and put energy and time back into yourself, because obviously if you're not good.
Well, you obviously have a lot of energy because you have 600 pounds of stored fat on your skeleton.
Then it can't be great. And I know it'll be great, but just pour that back into yourself and delegate and ask for help if you need. But
you should take your own advice, Tess, because you obviously need to ask for help.
Yeah, I feel like your community has you.
Thank you.
Got
Also,
this.
I love your outfit and your hair.
Oh,
and
thank you, Diva.
Like your look is like
thank
fabulous.
you.
Yeah.
I'll check out your app.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's not in the app store.
It's where can I check it out?
It's in my TikTok bio.
Okay. What's your TikTok?
The dragon lives on.
All right. The dragon lives on.
Cool.
Period. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna ping pong between
Hi.
sides.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
I love your outfit.
Thank you. Oh, I thrifted my outfit yesterday at Buffalo Exchange.
Oh, I love your outfit.
Thank
You look
so
great.
much. Thank you. Okay, so my name is Taylor. I'm 15 years old, and I'm a new fashion designer, like trying to come into the industry and trying to reach out to like creators like you. So as a fashion designer, I want to come to you and ask you, do you do partnerships with young teens, like with ideas?
I would love to.
No, unless you have probably $25,000 for Tess. People don't do shit for free. Unless they know you.
You would love
Whatever you got, let's hear it. Yeah, period. Absolutely.
Well, after the talk, do you think I could give you my email?
Sure, I would love that.
Okay, thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I love this.
I hope that fashion designer has 10 miles of fabric so they can make something for Tess.
Teen Vogue Summit.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Emmie Mitchell. I'm actually turning 15 today. Today's my birthday.
Oh my God! Happy birthday, Virgo
Yeah, I've been really
queen.
annoying about it. I've told everyone, hey, you know, it's my birthday. Anyways, I also love your outfit, of course.
Thank you.
I'm just wondering, like,
It's literally like curtains.
as a teenager, it's so hard to like really get your craft. I mean, I'm a singer, actor, dancer, but I hold myself back a lot because I'm really concerned about what people will think, and even when I try to be myself authentically, it's very, very hard. And I'm wondering just like, how do you, because I realize like once I find people that I'm comfortable and can be myself around, I unlock so much more creativity and so much more all the things. So I'm just wondering, like, how do you be confident enough in yourself to show yourself authentically out?
You're asking the wrong person, girl.
That's a really good question. It's you're like Virgo energy. Of course, that was a good question. It can be really difficult. But listen, girl, at the end of the day, people are gonna think what they think about you regardless. So you might as well shine. You might as well take up the space and do what feels good to you. And I know that the saying, like, fake it till you make it, some people like it, some people don't. When I first moved here 16 years ago, I wasn't a model, but I was like, oh, I'm an aspiring model. But I had gotten like my first job. It wasn't very big. Long story short, I met a makeup artist and he was like, why are you calling yourself aspiring? Just say you are. Just claim it. Wow. So I started claiming it. 2 months later, I got my big break, and the rest is history. So just claim it, be yourself, and don't shrink yourself. And
Shut the fuck up with the shrinking. I don't care if it's metaphorically or literally.
You know, I feel like you'll find that you already have it, but like I feel like you'll be able to channel that like fire and passion in you by just tuning everybody else out, because
it's just so difficult.
It is.
I feel like she gives the most generic ass advice.
So
it's
difficult.
so hard to be able to sit with the fact that like people don't like you.
How do you know that someone doesn't like you? Did they say that to you? If not, then you can't assume. That's your insecurity speaking.
How long do you have? I have a long list of people who don't like me.
We can talk all day.
Listen, but guess what? You is it 𝒸𝒹𝒂𝓁𝓁𝓁𝓁𝓁? You could be the ripest peach in the world and people will still not like you.
If she is the juiciest peach ever, which I feel like these kids shouldn't even know who 𝒸𝒹𝒂𝓁𝓁𝓁 is. She's literally like a sex icon, wears lingerie, does sexy dances. Trying to be a mentor or like a guide for kids is just so out of Tessa's realm. She can't even give good references for kids to understand like what she's talking about. And if 𝒸𝒹𝒂𝓁𝓁𝓁𝓁 is a peach, then what the fuck is Tess Holliday? A garbage bag of Play-Doh?
You know, you could give people everything that they say they want and they would still say, I don't like this, this, and this. But guess what? You're blazing your own path and you're doing what feels good to you. It doesn't have to make sense to everybody else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Diva.
Yeah, I got you, girl. Happy birthday.
Birthday. All right, that is unfortunately all the time we have. I'm so sorry.
I'll
but
be
thank
around.
so
You
much for
guys
coming
can
up.
grab me after.
All right, thank you, Tess.
Thank
this
you
was
so
much
much.
fun.
Thank
Great way to
you.
start
Thanks,
the day.
y'all.
Enjoy.
Oh my god, I hope she gets up and walks away.
Oh my god, now I have to get up in these boots.
Oh my god, she literally can't stand.
Thank you, guys.
Humongous. You hear her getting off stage without music is crazy. Okay, Tess, who the fuck are you? Did you need a walk-off song like you're in the WWE or something? It's just so crazy that like her and this woman have a similar skeleton under all of their organs and their fat and their ligaments. Just like look at Tess Holliday. Like she looks like she has body armor on or something. Like she just looks so gargantuan. Okay, and then I forgot I was going to talk about the fact that Tess Holliday fell again. So obviously Tess Holliday has me blocked on Instagram, but not over on Facebook. And I was on Facebook the other day, and this popped up on her story. I forget when it was, but I'll put it on the screen right now. On the screen, it's a picture of her drinking sake, wearing a Miss Piggy shirt, because, you know, she has to take the piss out of herself before anyone else does. And the text on the screen says, "Did I fall flat on my face and skin my knee 2 seconds before this? Question mark. Yep. Thumbs up emoji." When did she break her leg? When did she tear that ligament in her leg? I'll put that on the screen as well. I get it. Some people are clumsy. Some people trip, you know. Maybe it's wet outside and there's a puddle and, you know, she slipped on some rain because the sidewalk was wet. Well, if she's in LA, then it's probably like dry. But if you are constantly falling, if your knees are giving out underneath you because you are so humongous, this should be a wake-up call. You should not be posting this on your story to make yourself laugh. Same thing goes with the TikTok that she's posted in the past when she tore her ligament and hurt her knee. So I don't know if that knee is not healed enough and she is walking on it before she's supposed to, which I don't know anything about tearing a ligament. Luckily, I haven't caused myself too much harm and injury throughout my life. Or if these two cases are unrelated, because if anything, that is very dangerous. And you know, Tess Holliday is no spring chicken. She just turned 40. She just turned 40 this year. And I know Melina Honey Bison talks a lot about this on her channel, but I'll post it on the screen. But at a certain point, if you're a woman, I don't know if this affects men as well, but I'm a woman, so I usually just focus more on statistics around women's health. But after a certain point in a woman's life, your muscle mass decreases more and more every year. Or is it bone mass? I don't know. I'll have it on the fucking screen. And if you are not strength training, if you are not working out, if you are not actively taking care of yourself, that is very dangerous. Just falling can cause you to break a bone when you are an elderly woman. I mean, I know Tess Holliday's only middle-aged, but she's 600 pounds, so I feel like that really just exacerbates the whole situation. In my humble opinion, I feel like she literally does not take her health seriously in any sort of aspect, because instead of these two moments being a wake-up call, she is making a joke about it on TikTok and her Instagram stories. I don't want to say she's withering way before our eyes, because quite frankly, she is getting bigger by the second. I guess it's more like her insides are deteriorating before our eyes. I mean, we can't see it because there's so much adipose tissue covering it, but the woman is clearly not fucking well, and she will never be the one to admit that. Should we do a predictions for Tess Holliday? Where's my witch notebook? So a lot of you guys also say this, so predictions. Let's just write predictions. We'll keep it open-ended. Maybe we'll write one for other fat acceptance creators. But a lot of you guys think that Tess Holliday will have a weight loss arc. And possibly GLP-1 endorsement. If this does happen, I wonder if she'll be taking all these moments, you know, like when she fell and tore her ligament, when she just fell now and scraped her knee. If she will take all of this, if she will take these situations and use it as like part of her comeback story, like Glitter and Lasers, if you keep up with Anna O'Brien at all. You know, she used to do all these amazing things, and she'd go on vacations and hike and working out. Like a couple years ago, she was acting like she was unstoppable on social media. But then recently, she started admitting the truth. She started being like, hey, while I was pretending I was literally a 700-pound superwoman, I was actually suffering. And of course, then we had Glitter and Lasers surgery arc. You know how the story goes. So I wonder if Tess Holliday will copy Anna O'Brien's story. Because whether Tess will admit it or not, her 15 minutes of fame are over. I think the only way that Tess Holliday could be as relevant as she ever was, she would have to do a weight loss arc as well as a GLP-1. And I've seen people in her comment section, I think maybe people were talking about it in her one reel of when she was on the Tamara Hall show, but her fans were encouraging her to lose weight. And they were talking about how, you know, they love Tess Holliday and they still support her, but they still want to see her happy and healthy. And they shared their stories about being on a GLP-1 and how weight loss has significantly increased the quality of their life. So if Tess wants to be famous or in the limelight again, I think that she will have to lose weight. I think a GLP-1 medication endorsement would be smart because obviously that'll piss off people in the fat acceptance movement and people will talk about her again. But also, like a lot of other weight loss influencers that promote GLP-1s, she could have a little affiliate link and get people to use her referral code to make some money. And we know Tess Holliday probably needs some money because I don't think that tween self-help book is doing too well, even though she's the best-selling author in the teen category under self-help, under women's written books, under ginger authors, under super morbidly obese. You know, like, it's not just best-selling, you know, she's not New York best times selling author. It's like very niche. You know, you gotta go like down a few categories for her to get her claim to fame. Let me know if you guys have, I'll probably have to rewrite this, I scribbled, but let me know if you guys have any other predictions for fat ladies on the internet. And don't leave any comments about me unless you're gonna write, Angelyca Unfiltered will be the skinniest, most skinniest, beautifulest, skinniest funniest girl on YouTube with 4 million subscribers. And she'll make so much money she can hire an editor. That's the only prediction I want for me, okay? So let me know your opinions about Teen Vogue's Summit, as well as really just anything about Tess Holliday. You know, what's your opinions about her? You like her? You hate her? As much as I think she's a deplorable human being, I would be very sad if she did pass early and left her sons to be orphaned. But if somehow, you know, if there was a cold day in hell, Tess Holliday did a 180. If she lost weight, if she started influencing people to implement healthier habits into their routine, if she backtracked on everything she said while she was in fat acceptance. I mean, there's probably like 400 other things that Tess Holliday has done that's been kind of awful, but, you know, I always want to see the best for people. And if she turned her life around, then, and she apologized for things that she did in the past, you know, I would congratulate her and be a little happy for her. But I think that's a lot to ask of her, or really just anyone, to be honest, because change is hard. And if you've made it this far, congratulations! You've made it to the end of the video, but I also will tell you about my 15K subscriber giveaway. That rhymed a little. Okay, bust a seams. So I will do a giveaway similar to my giveaway last time. I will have a link to a Google Sheet down below. I will do 4. Last time it was only 3. But now this time I will do 4 giveaway winners. 4 different people will win $50. I can send that via Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. All you have to do is fill out the Google Sheets that I'll have listed down below. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Make sure you like this video, and make sure that you leave any sort of comment down below. It could literally be anything, but make sure that comment has the pig emoji in it. For no reason at all. You can write, "Wow, Angelyca, I love you. You're so funny. You're so beautiful. You make the best jewelry ever. You're my idol," and then put a pig emoji. Or you could just put a pig emoji with a cow emoji and some corn emoji. You know, whatever you want to do. Just fill out the Google Sheets, subscribe to me, like this video, and leave any sort of comment with a pig emoji. It can be a plain pig emoji comment. That's fine by me. Just make sure you put the pig in there, because I'll search for that when I try to anonymously, randomly pick my winners. But if you don't want to enter and you still want to leave a comment, leave a black heart emoji if you've made it this far. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like this video. And if you enjoy me, consider subscribing. I would love to see you back here again. And I will do another giveaway at 20,000 subscribers, which I would love to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Let's make that happen, bitch. Okay? Okay? I'm looking at you right now. Are you subscribed? Just checking. And I also have memberships. I never promote that. So I'm not sure if it ever comes up on your feed, but I do have channel memberships for $1.99 a month. I give early access to videos for my members, but I also do members-only videos. Usually they're reactions to random videos. Lately I've been just reacting to Glitter and Laser's fashion hauls because it's funny. And even though I dress like this, I still think I'm a fashion editor, and I like to give my opinions because I have opinions about everything. And that is not a crime, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Sorry this was the longest outro in history. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Peace.